Hi. Hi. My name is Adam. I'll be your babysitter for the evening. Uh, jeez. People don't say that, do they? No. Anyway, sorry. Something in my throat. You don't mind if I grab a cup of water or something? Well, you better not, because I already did. Yeah, I like what you've done with the place. I know this one, I don't think these are your decorations, but I like it. It's very nice. Anyway, your parents wanted me to take care of you while you were at, no, I'm sorry. 1 second. No, Dad, I'm not your father. Father seems like a very nice man. I met him on the way in. Daddy, absolutely not. 100% no. Do you want to get me in trouble? I don't think you want to get me in trouble. I mean, that's probably, you probably prefer that to you getting in trouble, which would happen if you did that. Anyway, your parents just wanted me to take care of you while they were at date night. They were at date night. You know, parents. We all have them. What? You want me to jingle keys? Aren't you a little old for that? I mean, you look old enough for a babysitter, let alone, you know, me dangling keys in front of your face. Do you want that? Like, there's other more, you know, like, what? I didn't think, you know, I thought maybe you'd be a little younger. Like, you know, that's what this is for. I mean, this gets a kick out of me, let alone any kid I'm usually babysitting. But, really? You want the sunglasses too? Yeah, you saw those, didn't you? Hold on. I mean, it's raining outside. It's raining. I don't know why I brought these. Do you think they make me look cool? I think they do, but it seems inappropriate given the indoor setting and rain and everything. Whatever. Both? Okay. Well, you know, you said pretty please. I appreciate politeness. You seem nice. Your parents seem nice. I think this evening will go by real quick. Oh, you really want me to do the keys? Okay. All right. Well, I got a small set here. That's sort of a smaller set of keys. This is just for my apartment. And then we've got the larger set of car keys. I think, yeah, I've still got the keys for, like, I used to work at Domino's. I was an assistant manager, or sorry, closing manager. And I never returned the key. In fact, I don't even, they didn't even, like, give me the key. I just had to go find one around the store. I just took it like a little raccoon person. So I guess why they didn't ask for it back is that they never knew I had one. But I had to close the store. I needed one. What did they think I was doing? Did they think I didn't have one? We got, that's kind of got a location on it. You don't need to know where I vacation. You don't care. These are some little swords on it. Oh, that's no, I can't say that. That's a character from a video game. I assume you like video games. Probably haven't heard of that one though. I won't bother. So what are you thinking? Large keys, small keys? Do you have a preference? Do you care? I don't know. Am I Among Us? Is what Among Us? Oh. Oh, okay, so you do you play Persona 4? You know, huh. That's odd. I feel like if I told your parents that, they'd consider me a danger to you, myself, and others. So if you don't want to tell your parents that, that's fine. But I guess if they let you play it, they'll probably think it's fine. Among Us. Yeah, I have. I know that's hip and popular with the kids or whatever. I can't play it anymore. I just... Just because, you know, the internet, right? I assume you've perused your fair share of your TikToks and your Musical.lys and such. Like, it's everywhere, you know, and like my synapses are shattered, so I think it's funny. So if someone ever asked me to play the game now, I certainly couldn't, because everything would just be Among Us, you know? Like, it's funny. Like electrical, like in Among Us, but I'm playing the game. Oh, your parents only let you on MySpace? So MySpace and Among Us chat rooms are the only ways you have to communicate? We might have to call CPS. That sounds bad. I hope you don't mind. I poured a second cup of water and then filtered beans through it. I'm very happy your parents let me have some of their coffee. That was very nice of them. I like this room. I know I mentioned that already, but this is just kind of a nice room. Was that a Marvel poster back there? I know I had to sort of spin my head around where, like, I could have looked that way. It's over there, but that's cool. Beans? Come on. I mean, okay, I wouldn't recommend eating the beans that make up the coffee, but just beans in general, they're good for you. I mean, before I came over here, I actually made myself a cup of chili. Beans are good. They're good in things. They're good on things. Around things. Just good things in general. Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay, now you're messing with me. There's no way you eat coffee beans like baked beans. Definitely calling CPS, if that's what's going on in this household. You doing that on purpose, or do you have a lisp? I'm sorry is a very odd thing to say. If it's a lisp, I apologize. I mean no offense. Anyway, we've got a couple hours before you're supposed to be in bed. I think maybe an hour. I don't know. If you want to stay up a little later, that's fine. I won't tell if you won't, right? Is that Mario? Is he outside? Do you live next door to Mario? Like from Super Mario Brothers? And a really crazy... Oh, he's out of there. Well, that's awesome that you live next door to a celebrity, but I guess he's taken off. How have I been doing? Today was nice. Pretty... I'll say busy, but I woke up pretty late and, you know, almost afternoon. And then as soon as 12 hit, I had to go work on this sort of, you know, I'm a big kid. I'm in college, right? So obviously that keeps me quite busy. But, you know, it's funny. If you ask me how I'm doing on days where I just got to sit around, do nothing, and just, like, play video games, I'll probably tell you that it wasn't great. Even though I probably had fun, I always just feel bad whenever I don't do something productive. But unfortunately, that feeling is never enough to get me to do something productive. I don't know if you can relate at all. I don't know, like, how much, you know, like, the concept of guilt has, like, burrowed itself into your, you know, sense of self there. But, because, you know, kids, especially kids your age, will do a lot of, like, very cruel, mean things to each other, to adults, to their teachers, and they have no concept of guilt. You kids can be pretty mean, you know. But today, pretty much all I did was work on this group project, and make the aforementioned chili. But I overall, I'd say it was a pretty good day. I'm glad to be hanging out here. It's very nice. How's the pizza place? Oh, I don't work there anymore. That's what I was saying. That's why I kept the key. It's weird that I have it, right? I have a... Back at my apartment, I've got the DiGiorno pizza I can make, but it'll never be the same as like actually tossing the dough and, you know, going through the whole 7-minute expedited pizza process. You want the sunglasses again? Okay, again, you can hear outside. It's raining. Do you know how stupid I look? Indoors, in the rain, wearing sunglasses? I'll do it. You know, I have no real reason not to, other than being pushed around by a kid, but won't be my first rodeo. I suppose, but one, my kitchen's not that big, and two, it's, you know, you'd have to buy the dough, like, I don't have a rolling pin, I'd have to go buy that. It's a lot of time investment for something that I wouldn't be able to do as well. Oh yeah, you kids are on Zoom, aren't you? I guess I feel pretty bad about that, just because, like, for me, when the whole online class craze, as if, you know, that was something that people could control, happened, you know, I was at sort of the end of high school, and I thought that was pretty bad. I thought maybe, oh, this has got to be the worst year for that to happen. You know, I don't get to graduate, I don't get to go to prom, you know, all that stuff, but I feel like, I think the earlier, like, if you're a freshman in high school, it probably wasn't too bad for you, but, like, well, no, it sucked, but I feel like it sucks the most for kids, like, in elementary school, kindergarten, right? Because those are, well, I guess parents could teach pretty okay, but just, like, I guess that, like, 6th, 7th grade, or 5th or 6th grade is probably by far, like, the worst time that could happen to you, because, like, you know, I don't know, just the younger you are, like, it's proportionally more of your life that's getting sucked away by this whole thing, right? And it's hard to learn not in a classroom. I'm having trouble with it, and I'm in college, right? So I don't know. Personally, I don't pay attention sometimes. I mean, I can rattle off as many excuses as you want me to, right? Like, I've already taken a physics class, like, calculus isn't that hard, which sounds silly now that I say it out loud. It sounds like I'm trying to impress a however old you are. I'm not, I promise, but, you know, just because I took that class in high school, like, the reason I'm taking it again is because I didn't pass the AP test, right, the advanced placement high school thing. I realize I'm just sort of rambling. If I'm just talking about stuff you don't understand or don't care about, you can just stop me. Well, I suppose I've just stopped myself, haven't I? Black staticky thing? I don't know what you mean, really. Like, is this like a monster under the bed kind of thing? Is it like, you have nightmares? I have nightmares all the time, actually. I don't know what it is about me. I'm not like a depressed or sad person. I'm not like keeping thoughts of, you know, like horrible things just in the back of my brain and not thinking about them. So I don't know what it is with my dreams. I hope you have good dreams. I'm jealous of anyone who does, really. Nightmares are not fun. I'm not seeing it. Is this, are you messing with me? Is this like a, is this a ligma? You know, you kids are tricky. First of all, you can stop calling me Mr. Last Name. Just Adam's fine. Like I'm not old enough to be a Mister. But your parents were wrestling in bed. I think probably one of them was trying to vie for a place in WWE, and the other one was just helping them practice. That's what that means. Anyway, yet you use the word gaslighting. How do you not know what it means? You know what that means. You just said gaslighting. Anyway, I'm getting a little of the. You want me to give you the talk? You're gonna have to be more specific on what you mean by that. And if you're saying what I think you're saying, that's something that you talk to with your parents about. That's not something that, like, it's not my responsibility to educate you in those matters. Sometimes mom lets you light the gas stove when making eggs. Does that count as gaslighting? Not in the sense that I think you meant it as, but that is a type of gas light that you lit. So sure, I appreciate the wordplay. I thought kids were stupid. I'm just kidding. Don't tell your parents I said that. How does one start investing in a 401k? You're really asking me that? First of all, my name is Adam, not Adderall. Okay, the fact that you know what Adderall means I should probably tell on you to your parents. But I don't know. I have a checking account or debit card. That's about like my cursory bank knowledge. In fact, I think I have an unpaid bill sitting at my desk at home. Shoot. Thanks for reminding me. I know that wasn't your intention. Oh, excuse me. Very sorry about that. Anyway, so I feel really silly for bringing over, you know, my whole equipment here. I feel kind of stupid for that because, like, after I walked in, I've got like my backpack or whatever. I hope you don't mind that I just set it down over there. I talked to your parents and they're like, oh, no video games in the house, which is crazy that you live next door to Mario and they say no video games in the house. Maybe there's some feud or dispute there, maybe over the shared fence or the grass cutting, but yeah, no video games. So I felt kind of silly bringing that over. So if they come back and they, I don't know, catch me or catch this somewhere, maybe I leave it over. I hope I don't. You can just tell them it was mine. They'll hopefully believe you. Because it is, you know. I'll agree to that. I'll text them or whatever. Let's see. Where do teenagers come from? You know what like gaslighting is, but you're not familiar that kids grow into teenagers and grow into adults. You have very specific knowledge. I'm not like saying this to belittle or downplay. I apologize if that's how it came across, but what school do you go to? You know, like I'm sorry, that seemed kind of condescending. I don't want to. Yeah, I know you are a kid, but I don't want to treat you like one. That seems counterproductive to people growing up. I think I've been pretty lucky about acne myself. Like, you know, my skin is fair. It's like, you know, you got like a little bit. I don't know. I guess I just take good care of myself. A couple of people at my high school and college are plagued by poor acne. Like one guy I know in particular is, oh, don't say that last time. Wait, how old are you? 18? I mean, you do look old for a babysitter, but you keep giving me very, like, you're saying you're in 2nd grade now that you're 18, and I mean, you're too old for a babysitter, I think. I think you can handle yourself fine on your own. You don't need me to show up here with a clown nose jingling keys. But I don't know, you're confusing. What's my favorite dinosaur? You might think this is lame, but probably, am I thinking of the right one? The Stegosaurus is the one. That's the really tall, big one that eats leaves, like really long neck. It's like a dino giraffe. Is that a Brontosaurus or a Stegosaurus? Brontosaurus is like the one with the spikes. I like that one. That one's cool because it's really big. It's really all I got, you know. It's like it's kind of it. I don't think about dinosaurs too often. Do I play Terraria? I did. For what? The keys? Okay, fine. I'll answer. Oh, right. I don't know that I jingled them much before. But, I like Terraria. It was fun. But to me, I much preferred Minecraft because that's what my friends played. You know, that's a brontosaur? Oh, sorry. Stegosauruses have spikes. Okay, brontosaurus. Thank you very much, that one. Yeah, I don't know. I was never into dinosaurs as a kid. I mean, I'm sure I thought they were cool. Everyone thinks dinosaurs are cool. They're awesome. They're giant, scary monsters that existed, and now they don't anymore. It's like the same thing as a dragon, but like if someone told you dragons were real, they'd be the coolest things ever, right? It's my favorite video game. Not Terraria. Sorry, if that's a disappointment. Probably. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. Okay, not your parents. Don't worry, nothing urgent. That's a difficult question because you know I think the one I play the most is by far Super Smash Brothers. Which again, I didn't tell your parents for obvious reasons. Child endangerment. But I'm one of the good ones, I promise. I play Crom. I don't know that you care, but now you know. I like that one. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's like a book, but a video game. So you probably think that's really lame. I don't blame you. But, you know, if you ever want to play a video game about lawyers and solving puzzles and murder mysteries and stuff, I'd recommend it. How do you combat... You ask a lot of questions. I appreciate it. It gives us something to talk about. But, you know, I don't have all the answers. If you're asking about anything serious, I really wouldn't. I'm just some dopey college student. You know, I understand the age difference is probably high. But really, I think you should totally trust your parents and ask them more questions. But I'm guessing you do a lot. How do you combat depression? First of all, I hope you don't have depression. I hope it's just a small, non-permanent bout of just sadness, not feeling good. Because there's a difference between being sad and being depressed. Depressed is taken on a more clinical sort of definition. And if it's clinical, then obviously don't talk about it to someone who isn't, you know, go to a clinic, right? But I don't know. I've taking up a pet project, focusing your energy into something, making something. That's something that I have a problem with. My problem, why I would sometimes get sad or depressed or whatever, is because I have all these things that I'd like to do that I say I'm going to do, but I never get around to doing. And I'm sure everyone has that, but for me, it just feels so like I keep saying these things. I repeat these things to myself over and over and over again. I don't do them. That makes me feel very silly and sad. It makes me laugh at myself. So I hope your problem's not any more severe than that. But I don't know. Friends help. Good friends. That's how I keep as cheery as I do. Just having a very large amount of good friends. So I'm very lucky to have that. Anyway. I'm so sorry. What were we talking about? Oh, dinosaurs, right. This. So you pronounced it, but I don't think I can repeat that back to you. But it's a big guy that likes to ram into trees with his hard head. It reminds me of me. I like that one. That was a good one. Stigmolic. Stigmolic? Like mollusk? I don't know. You know a lot about dinosaurs. The Pachy... Let me try pronouncing that one you just said again. The Pachysolothosaurus. Oh, thesaurus. That's a good one. I know that one. The rare dinosaur that can tell you words similar to other words. Oh, what's the word of the day? Hold on. I don't know if you care much about that stuff, but I like knowing, so... You know, it's good to know more words, right? Because then you can express more things, be more communicative. You sound smarter. That's always good, right? Because if you can't be smart, then you can at least sound smart. That's about how I get through my day-to-day. Fake it till you make it, right? Word of the day. Useless. Useless isn't the word of the day. It's camaradine? Camaraderie. Oh, camaraderie. Oh. Camaraderie. Really? Adam? Come on. Who's the one babysitting who now? Jesus. Don't say the Lord's name in vain. I don't know if your parents are Christian. Or what have you. Camaraderie. That's good. A feeling of good friendship among people in a group. We were just talking about that. See? Good word. Camaraderie. It seems a little communist. You know, comrade and whatever, but I think camaraderie is far enough removed from that you should be fine. Let's see. Let's see, what were we talking about? You want to be inside of your mind? Is that because I have a good outlook, or just you want to see what's in my brain? I'll tell you, I'll spoil it for you now. It's like pink. It's got folds in it. Well, okay, some people say that my brain doesn't have any folds, but you know, I've never seen it, but I assume it does. Everyone else's does. Mine probably does. Do I have a boyfriend? Very funny. You asked that to all your babysitters? You're probably disappointed you didn't get a hot babysitter, weren't you? Sorry. I'd like to think I'm pretty good, but I don't think you nor I is particularly, well, gay, since you're the one that said that first. See. Daddy's funny drink? You're a riot. I hope you don't dig into the top shelf. No one should be drinking it. You know, I really can't tell. Your age is very ambiguous. But either way, you should not be drinking. There's no way you're older than me. I probably. You're not 21. You can't be 21. This whole thing doesn't make sense if you're 21. So don't drink, please. I don't touch this stuff. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, a lot of my, not a lot, sorry, that makes it sound like it's more than two, but it's only two. But two very close family members of mine have just had awful experiences with, well, I don't know. This is probably a bit personal, a little heavy for this, but let's just say that my family's had a lot of problems with drinking. Not as a whole, but just two in particular in the closely related family. Both sides, mom and dad. One of them died from it. So if I can say anything, it's don't drink till you're 21. And when you do, drink responsibly. There's a reason they have to say that at the end of every Bud Light or Coors commercial, is because if you don't, you will kill yourself. Don't. Not that I have to lecture you about it. I'm sure that's not, you know, it's just kind of a, I guess, personal issue. I didn't even realize I had those kinds of things. I don't consider myself a person plagued with many personal issues, But maybe that's just from a lack of self-awareness. I don't know. Let's see. What is a core? You know, I'm not sure. If you're talking about Coors Light, which I hope we can get off the subject, but I don't know why it's called Coors Light. It sounds like cool, like, you know, the optimum temperature for Coors, I think. People, no way anyone drinks canned beer lukewarm or hot, right? Dad says communists are bad. He should. That's something you can back up with some history, you know. You look far enough back in a textbook, and I think that can be substantiated. Let's see. Excuse me. Goodness gracious, is it my bedtime? It's only like 8 o'clock. We're fine. Your parents said like 8:39. That seems about right for a bedtime, I think. Let's see. Why are brains pink when it's called gray matter? That's I don't know. There's probably some actual answer to that. Of why gray matter is called that. I think it's because the gray matter, like between your brain, actually is gray and the rest of the brain is pink. I'm just gonna assume that, and someone can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you or I are gonna walk out of this room knowing that unless I Google it, but I'll pass. What is gay? You called me gay? You have to know what it is. Well, I assume that, but I guess maybe you just think it's some mean bad word that people call each other, right? Gay. Again, I think you should probably ask your parents. You don't want me giving you the wrong impression of it, because again, that's their responsibility. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Pink matter does sound a little weird. Can you have the funny juice? What were we just talking about? Did you not? I mean, I guess you don't have, like, it makes sense you wouldn't listen to a lecture from your babysitter, but come on. I don't drink. Can we watch Power Rangers? You don't seem to have a TV in your room. Like, you have like an iPad or something? We could. I haven't really ever watched Power Rangers. Is that still like ongoing, or do you like go and seek it out? I always wonder about that. Like what kids are watching, right? Because, like, you know, when I was growing up, you know, Chowder. I don't know if you've seen Chowder, but that one was, like, I just remember cartoons like that. Chowder, Johnny Test, SpongeBob. Like, that they would just... It's like a 50-50 of whether my mom hated one or really liked one. It was really funny. Because I think my mom liked Johnny Test and, like, hated SpongeBob. Just probably because SpongeBob's laugh is really annoying. And usually when Johnny talks, like, it's not ear grating, because, like, you know, it's not like she's watching the cartoons or listening for the jokes, because, you know, parents, I'm sure you get real sick of cartoons. I don't know that I would, but then again, I'm a teenager man-child or whatever. I play Smash Brothers, right? I should not be listened to for you know, the appropriate age range to watch cartoons. People keep telling me to watch Avatar. Like, people older than me, 20-year-olds, tell me to watch Avatar. So my generation, and probably yours, is going to turn out a little bizarre. Let's see. I'm sorry, you're asking me a lot of questions, and I can't really answer all of them succinctly. I think I'll try and go a little quicker. What is kill? Kill is when you die. Things, they die. I don't know if you have like a pet goldfish or a something, but you die. Kill is when somebody makes somebody else die when they really didn't want to. That's kill. Do I have any Pokemon cards? I did have like a couple. I didn't buy any packs or collect them. It's like Pokemon cards were like a commodity, you know, that I'd come across. Someone, I think, a friend of mine gave me a Turtwig Pokemon card, and now Turtwig's like one of my favorites or whatever. Like, if I ever played the game Turtwig's from, I'd always pick him because I had that Pokemon card, and I had no real, like, attachment to him before that. Let's see. Oh, okay, you do know chatter. Yeah. You take the moon and you take the sun. You take everything that seems like fun. Like, I could probably do the whole thing. I don't think you want to hear me do that, though. Let's see. Who is Chris Chan? Again, your pool of knowledge is something else. Like, he's a very strange person. I frankly haven't really, like, I don't know too much about him. If you know who that is, you are likely to know more than me about it. But either way, he's a total weirdo. He's a good lesson in what not to grow up to be, if I understand his whole story correctly. You know, people on the internet, they make these videos about him because he's like... Chris Chan is also a lesson in internet safety. Because if you know, because everyone wants to be a YouTuber or whatever, and like, but if you're not private with any of your information online, people are just going to make fun of you all the time, a lot. And, or worse, you know, now they know where you live, what your full name and address is, like, just, you know, and they can use that to, or like your phone number, right? They can, you know, use that in all sorts of horrible, obnoxious ways to make your life miserable. So be careful, be safe on the internet, don't play Sonic games, you'll be okay. What's the meaning of life? Ask your mom. Mommy lets you browse 4chan. I will personally go install Net Nanny on your computer to make it so you can't go there. If that's where you're getting your information from, again, I was telling you, internet safety. That also means not going on websites where you will get, you know, because like, even I think 4chan's a little like, I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Pole, get it? I hope you don't. You better not. That was a test, and if you got it, you failed. But like, stay away from that, okay? Just, if you want to come back to it when you're older, you're welcome to. But I guarantee you that website won't be updated by then. So you'll everything will still be there. Just wait. You asked your mom for the meaning of life and she told me to go away and let her drink her grape juice. Is this an experience you're recounting, or did you just text her? First of all, I hope that's grape juice for your childhood's sake. And, you know, don't... If you ask your parents as many questions as you're asking me, you're probably bugging them. Lay off, you know. Just think of the most important question and then ask that one. Okay? Although I guess the meaning of life is a pretty important question, but the fun of life is that people don't really know. You can sit and think for your entire life about what it all means, but now you've just wasted your life thinking about it. I'm not like a carpe diem, live every day like it's your last, because if it was my last day on the planet, I'd probably do some very horrible things to a lot of people. I'm just kidding, I'm joking. But you know what I mean? Like, there's no consequences. Don't live your life as if there's no consequences, because there are consequences. That's actually, I think, consequences are what make life interesting. Like, you do something and it has effects. You affect the world around you. You can make someone's day really great or really awful. You have that, like, power. You know? Am I your friend? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I've talked about a lot of stuff with you that I don't really readily talk to anybody else with. So I'd say, you know, that connection, yeah, of course we're friends. I wouldn't be here hanging out with you if we weren't, right? Well, no, I guess I am getting paid, but minimally. If I didn't like doing this, I wouldn't be doing it. That's maybe a meaning of life thing. where it's not like, it's not live every day like it's your last and there are no consequences, but try and do things you enjoy doing. You know, be responsible, do what you're supposed to do, even if it's not particularly fun. That is the mark of maturity and responsibility and stuff. Or responsibility and accepting it is the mark of maturity. The more responsible you are, the more freedoms you get out of it. And then, but conversely, right? Or conversely, the less time you have to enjoy that freedom. It's sort of kind of a fun paradox, and that's why people like wish they were kids again. Take advantage of what you've got. You know, if you're watching Power Rangers and what, Chowder. Are you being annoying? No, of course not. You can ask as many questions as you want. We've got nothing else to do. Your parents said no video games, so that like gets rid of my whole evening plan. And no, I was not threatening you. I was just kidding. Sorry, that scared you. I didn't mean to. I mean, heck, I had a backup plan. I was thinking we could like play categories or something, but I really don't mind any of these questions. Just having a cup of coffee, hanging out. This is a mature thing that you're doing. I think asking questions is very mature. I think pretending you know everything and living your life like you're the you know, hottest girl at prom is kind of annoying, and people don't like it. They see through it totally, right? I'm sure you have like kids at school or whatever that just pretend they're way cooler than everybody else, but like, you know that they're not. People don't like those people, right? Like maybe they're popular or something and they like, but that's probably for some arbitrary reason. Hopefully they're popular because they're a social butterfly, they're enthusiastic, they make, you know, people like them because they're a good person. I hope that's why people are popular at your school. But it doesn't always turn out that way. But then again, someone could look like they're very pompous and arrogant and whatever, but they just sort of come across that way. They're not like that. So you gotta get to know somebody before you can call them pompous or arrogant, I think. Maybe. I don't know, I haven't thought about this too much. It's been a while since, like, just because of this whole the Covey and the Fauci ouchie and whatever. It's been a while since I thought about high school social dynamics because it really hasn't concerned me. Let's see. Do I watch WWE? No, but I think it's really cool. I've seen like some clips online or whatever, but I feel like because I'm so past the prime of it, I don't want to like spend a lot of time going back through old clips or watching them over again, because it's, you know, it's old news. I wouldn't have anybody to talk about it with. If somebody else wanted to like watch it with me, I feel like that'd be really fun. But I'm not gonna sit alone in my room in bed at 11 at night watching WWE. What should you do if you like somebody, but you don't like the fact that you like them? Wait. Are you talking like romance or like as like a friend? Because there's two very different answers to that question. You don't like the fact that you like them? Well, I'll just assume you're talking about friends here. So you want to be friends with somebody, but you don't like the fact that you want to be friends with them? No, that makes more sense romantically. Either way, at your age, or whatever your age is, it probably is. I'll assume you're younger than me, right? I'll assume you go to elementary school, middle school. Again, this is ambiguous. You said you were 18 earlier. I assume you were messing with me. Sort of romantically? Okay. Platonically. See, that's a good word. Taking my advice, I think. You don't like the fact that you like them romantically. Again, I'm not the person to go to for romantic advice. My tales of romantic conquest end within a month. You know, so I'm not very good at this. Mostly because I don't know that I've had any serious feelings about anybody, really. At least not for a very long time, and this whole situation's really taken me out of the chance to like meet people. You know, especially women. But you don't care. You're asking about you. That's fine. Like, you get a good feeling when you see them and interact with them, but you just don't like the fact that... You just don't like the fact that you have a feeling... Oh, like... Okay, I think I get it. Like, you're friends with them, but you'd like it to stay that way. And they probably do too, but you think that you, like, might be romantically interested. Okay. Yeah. That's perfectly normal. That's like very, very standard stuff. That's probably, if it's a feeling, it's probably not going to go away. If you're ignoring it now, then you're probably in good shape. Well, I don't know. That is difficult. I don't know. It's like, how do you stop that? How do you, like, there's nothing I can tell you to do because it's just something that you feel. And the fact that you don't like it is another feeling that you can't stop. I'm sorry about that. That doesn't sound like a fun situation to be in. But I guess just the perspective that there could be much worse situations. Like, what if you didn't like her and she liked you? Then there's a situation. But if you're both friends and fine being that way, but you're like, oh, I kind of like them. If anything, just like, oh, they're probably really cool if they can get that much of an emotional response for you. But yeah, that's not very good advice. I say ask somebody else. Ask a friend. I certainly wouldn't talk to them about it. Maybe a lot of people might tell you, yeah, go tell them that you think that. I think that's a bad idea. I think that's just asking for like an awkward situation. I don't know what ERP means. ERP. ERP? You said it like an acronym. You're gonna have to tell me what that stands for. Like what your Discord friend does. Hey, you said you only use MySpace, liar. Do I have any Discord kittens? My friend sends me gifs of cat girls. Does that count? I'll say no. Are you le dank redditor or le cringe normie? Where are you learning this internet lingo? Get out of there. You shouldn't know what those things mean or are, and the fact that I do, vaguely speaking, is also concerning. You and I need to, like, go touch grass or something. It's wet and rainy outside. We should probably wait till, well, no, I'll be out of here when your parents come back. But, you know, say your parents invite me over for a day thing. We need to, like, go outside, go for a walk, go to the park. I think that'll do both you and me some good. I think maybe your parents might want to, like, monitor your screen time or something. Because, like, again, you know all these, like, internet-specific things, and I guess that's more normal for kids now. But, like, touch grass. You and me. We'll make an appointment. I'll come back. We'll touch grass. Granted that your parents hire me again as, like, a day thing. And maybe I'll tell them that I'd be interested in doing that. Because, like, I've never had, like, as much of a stimulating conversation as I have with the kid I'm babysitting. That this is new to me. Again, maybe all the stuff I'm saying is just going over your head. That's fine. We're just passing the time. Please do not date your parents. Well, good news. Your parents are married, so that really doesn't leave a lot of room for me in there, thank God. ERP stands for... I'm going to tell your parents that you said that, unless you stop right now. Again, you need to go outside, okay? I need to go outside, but you need to go outside. You're being corrupted by the internet. Like, I see what those Christian parents are talking about now. The internet is a scary place. You need to spend less time there, is my suggestion to you, if you want to grow up right. Okay? Because I think, I thought I was bad. And I apologize if this isn't really what you want to hear. But try not to spend so much time online. And at least, like, spend it, like, exclusively with your friends. Playing games and stuff. Like, whatever you're looking at, it's not exactly wholesome. You seem like a good kid, but you need to, like... Again, we were just talking about that Chris Chan guy. Okay, you obviously know who that is. Do you really want to be like that? No. If you do, you're far gone. You're too far gone. What are your parents doing? Well, the prosecuting attorney... Date night. Date night. There's no civil proceedings. You didn't hear that from me. They told me to tell you date night, and that's what I'm gonna keep saying. Why was your grandma putting the... That's so sad. You're the bye-bye box? That's horribly depressing. Because she died. And a funeral is a way for people to say goodbye to grandma in a very respectful and I apologize. I thank you for letting me play music and stuff, but this is probably not appropriate. Let me just... Again, sorry. But, funerals they're I think a very necessary and good thing, and it's not like I want to go to any, but they're having that sort of... I don't know if you're religious, but having that sort of religious, like, backing to it, at least a ritual, something that you're supposed to do when someone dies. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to say that. Saying bye-bye box seems so disrespectful. When my grandma died, having a place where, everyone who knew her sort of got together and just had a mutual moment of respect and love for her. It was very, I don't think I understood when I was younger how moving that is and how, important funerals are, because if you think about it, like, when you die, I'm sure, you'd want a funeral and you would want a lot of people to be there, right? And having that happen is, like, I think it's necessary. So the short answer to your question is, why was your grandma put in a casket? Out of respect and love, and for a proper burial. I'm not very knowledgeable in funerals and funeral practices. Again, I've only been to the one, thank goodness. I'm very lucky. You keep asking me about the concept of death. I assume you're joking, because just it's funny to ask, what's the meaning of life? What happens to people when they die? Because it's funny when adults don't have answers to questions. I'm sure that gives you some power as a kid. Ha, you don't know either, right? But I'm trying to answer your question seriously. Maybe that's on me. That's probably my fault. Do you have dementia? I hope not. That would be very sad. What's prostitution? Okay, good. You don't know what that means. That is a very disgusting practice that, well, one, ask your parents. Two, it's not good. Okay, it's very bad. It's a crime, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a crime. So you were asking me earlier about the talk Okay, so it's the subject of the talk, but people pay money for it. It's a very corrupt and sad and degrading thing. Uh, oh, okay. I think I've got a better idea of your parents' political persuasion there, so I'm not going to try and. I think, despite maybe I have different opinions or something, I think it's not my job to push my politics on you. That is their job. Parents, I think, like, not that you should, I don't know, before you gain the ability to think for yourself, I don't know that parents should talk too much. Well, no, politics, it's such a nebulous thing. Get it? But like, it's the way you see the world, how you're a citizen, how you like. I don't know. I don't know that kids should be exposed too much to politics, but certainly your parents should teach you first. I I know people sometimes don't have the best parents. I hope you have good parents. I've been very blessed to have very, very good parents um, that could introduce me to that in a sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? A way that, like, they're telling me what they think. They're telling me, like, and they're presenting it as, you know, the, like, they're telling me their perspective, and obviously since I'm a kid I very much trust and respect that, but I've never had any reason not to. If you find some reason to doubt your parents' political views as you get older, again, I wouldn't think about it. It's not important. Can't even vote, so just calm down. Okay, I remember in my second grade class some girl was telling me like how great Obama was, or something healthcare. That's not something a second grader should be saying. They're obviously just regurgitating what their parents told them. Um, and that's fine, I guess, but wait till you can think for yourself to really delve into that stuff. I wouldn't get too set in stone about anything, but hopefully your parents, whatever side they're on, they can tell you about that stuff in a more open forum and not like getting at you about it. Let's see. Am I political? I guess I keep up to date. I watch I've actually been getting not really thing. I think everybody's like political or whatever. It's very hard to escape that because it's just the things happening in the world, and like you know if you're meaning like, am I nonpartisan? First of all, good word. You correcting me on these things is very humbling. It's a lesson in humility I probably need. But yeah, I've got my views. I don't really want to push that on to anybody else. I don't really want to I think it's very annoying when people are preachy about their political views, so obviously I don't really want to be too preachy about mine. If somebody asks me about my opinion on something in earnest and in good faith, I'll of course tell them, but that's not really something that I want to talk to you about because it's private, it's personal, and it's too young. You're too young. Can't even vote, I assume. If you can vote, then your parents are very silly hiring a babysitter. My opinion on Twitch streamers? That's an odd question to ask me. I think okay. For me, it's funny. I feel like the more fringe and smaller they are, the less people watching, I think the better the experience. Well, okay. I guess that depends, because again, when you have like a very like a Twitch streamer with like no viewers or whatever, and you're the only viewer, you're like making their day. you are like giving purpose to them doing that, and it's cool, right? Because the whole point of Twitch is like interactivity. So, you know, you are the interactee, right? It's you and them. It's personal. It's like a party. Think of it like that, right? Or a hangout, I guess, because parties, you know, they're a little sad with only 2 people. But again, once you get like over, I don't know, like 20 something, everybody's talking over everybody. You can't really, there's no guarantee if you say something that anyone's gonna care or pay attention. I really don't, unless you're somebody like, I don't know, Germa, that's doing like these crazy potion brewing streams. You know, they're making fun of like hot tub streamers, right? Please don't tell me you watch any. That's concerning. But like, I'm so sorry, I lost my train of thought completely. Oh, unless there's like something unique and fun about it, like, because again, it's like it's a live broadcast, right? So I don't know. For me anyway, I think it's very difficult for a Twitch streamer to keep my attention, especially if I'm not like typing and talking to them and they directly respond. So really, despite the fact that, you know, I don't know if you're asking that, like, I mean, I stream, right? Don't look me up, okay? I'm not gonna tell you what my account is. It's not exactly age appropriate, okay? I say naughty words sometimes. I should probably say less of them. I think it's a bad habit. There's so many words, right? I think I can convey feelings better without them, but not like I should go cold turkey or anything. I think you should. Swearing is bad. Don't do it. But, you know, I think I like Twitch streaming way more than I like watching Twitch streamers, and I think that's true of everybody. Well, no, maybe. I don't think streaming's for everybody. I really like it, though. I find it very, very fun. Because it's like, it's that interactivity, right? It's like hanging out with somebody, but you're like putting a show on for them. I think it's really cool. Because, you know, I like being funny. I think I'm hilarious. Okay, well, maybe my ego aside here, I like doing it. I like to think that I can entertain people, but mostly it's entertaining for me. It's a show, but I'm the star. That's such a great, fun thing. You know, it's a fantasy of every kid who watches TV. You know, but more recently, you know, that's what I think the broad appeal of it is. But me personally, it's just a very fun excuse to like do things that normally I wouldn't like really have much. There's not much point in doing. You know, like here, I'll just explain, I guess. Like that Phoenix Wright game, the one that I said was like a book, but a game. Playing those and like doing like stupid character voices to like with friends of mine. I get such a kick out of it. I think it's really fun because like in what other context can you do that? You know? Like, you know, I always liked making movies as a kid or whatever. Like, I remember I had my iPad and I'd go and like mess with like I remember I made at like my grandparents' house, I made like a Thanksgiving movie trailer with like iMovie on this iPad, right? And we had this like big fat like stuffed turkey, and by stuffed I don't mean like with stuffing, I mean like a plush doll kind of thing. So we'd just have that around and we'd, you know, like, I don't know, I was in film. I like this as a medium to entertain, to tell stories. I watch a lot of, you know, movies, TV shows. I'm not like a connoisseur or anything. I mean, even I think I can be a little like picky about them. But I don't know. I guess, long story short, I think it's fun. I think if you want to Twitch stream when you're older, if you think it's fun, then of course You know, it's not exactly hard. Maybe you don't have the resources, maybe you don't have a good microphone, maybe the internet's not great, but... And that's unfortunate, that kind of sucks, but... You know, making YouTube videos or whatever, I think, like, the fact that kids want to do that, I think is awesome. I think that's really, really cool. Because, like, putting yourself out there is hard. Especially for me, right? Like, before my senior year at high school, I was, like, not necessarily shy, but you'd never see me, like, trying to do anything like that. You know, it's... I don't know. I'll get off of that, sorry. It's something I spend a lot of time doing, admittedly. So I guess I've got a lot of thoughts about it, but a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones, and no, you're not, stop it, no, you're not getting the Twitch link. No, I'm not gonna tell you. Sorry. When you're older, alright? Maybe your parents hire me again, I'll tell you. I'm just kidding. No, do not hold me to that, I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm so sorry. What were we talking about? Oh, politics, weren't we? Yeah. Your neighbor Chris once won a school election by saying, vote for me. Yeah, politics is very stupid sometimes. It's a good, like, you'll find that some people are very stupid. You know, sometimes I'm stupid. I'm sure sometimes you do stupid things. But, like, politics, it's like you're being stupid on on issues that concern everybody. So you look really dumb if you mess anything up or say the wrong thing. I don't know. It's like, yeah. That's all I got for you there. I don't really want to talk more politics. So you got a king-size candy bar on Halloween last year. Is your parents... Really? They gotta resort to bribes to... Candy bribes? Vote for me and I'll give you candy? Well, they must really not have any faith in themselves if they have to resort to that tactic, is what I think. Oh, you hate Twitch streamers. You think they're evil. Twitch streamers killed your... You think... Okay, maybe treat death with a little, especially of a family member, with a little more respect. Okay, we were just talking about that. I mean, I know you're kidding, but, like, cool it. Okay, I mean, it's not like I'm offended personally, but I don't know. It doesn't come across well, I guess. But yeah, some Twitch streamers can get a really big head. What was that doing there? Well, my finger was just acting on its own. But the humble ones, the fun ones, and the small ones, it's just another form of entertainment, and then you get to participate in it. It's you know, it's fun. Is your account... You found me? How did you... I guess it is my name. That's really dumb luck. I wouldn't recommend watching my streams. I mean, I guess if you're talking to me now and you think I'm funny, then I guess go for it. But again, I have a mature audience's warning. And, you know, it's not like I think you should be 18 plus to watch me or whatever. I feel like if you're, I don't know, 14, 15, it should be fine. But, you know, I make a crude, dumb jokes that I wouldn't say in front of your parents. Okay? Duh. I'm allowed. I'm 19, I can do that. But you shouldn't, I wouldn't recommend it. And plus, that's embarrassing for me if I ever came back here. And especially, like, now you just have blackmail, you can just show my parents that? I really didn't want you to find that. I don't really like, you know, like, a classmate of mine, like, because I worked with him on Discord on the group projects, found my Twitch, and now my newest group member found it too, and, you know, like... I kind of want... The only... Like, here's the thing. I can't keep it separate because the only people that watch me are, like, my friends, right? Like, largely. I'm not, like, a big Twitch streamer. I have, like, 200 followers. Right? I'm very thankful. That's really cool. But... and I wouldn't really have it any other way. But I don't you know, it's just a kind of a source of embarrassment, but I don't think it should be. Oh, yeah, oh, you found the one of my teacher? Yeah. That would happen, but 10 times worse if you showed your parents. Anyway. Oh, I still got some water. Thank goodness. Man, I had some, like, other plans. I didn't think we were just going to be sitting here talking for as long as we were. I guess that's good. Again, I've been maybe a little hard on you tonight, but you ask a lot of very good questions. I think you'll grow up to be a wonderful conversationalist. Because I was just gonna like play categories with you or whatever. Bedtime story was on the table. Again, I didn't know how old you were, and you were too old for this. Okay. Like, can you like tell your parents? I mean, I want to come back here. I think that'd be fun, you know. And I think anyway that our age is too different where we can't be like actual friends or whatever. I don't know. But what was I saying? I'm so sorry. No, I just completely lost what I was saying. Happens, I guess. Oh. Something grow up to be a wonderful conversationalist. Oh well. Can you read us? Oh yeah, bedtime story. That was on the table. That's what I was talking about. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was on the table. If you want one, I can. Again, you seem old for that. You insist? You want to go to bed now? And you want the clown nose again? Okay. You're very pushy. You're a pushy kid. But I keep doing what you tell me to, so I guess I'm encouraging it. Maybe I'm not such a good babysitter. Maybe I'm not teaching you the right lessons here. Maybe I should tell you no. I like wearing it. I think it's fun. You probably haven't seen the movie Mr. Right. Not the same Mr. Right as in the cool lawyer game I was telling you about that you probably think is totally lame. But that movie might be a little adult, just because like there's adult romance in it. But I guess in like Disney movies they kiss or whatever, so it's not too bad. Anna Kendrick's really funny in it. Not that you care nor probably know who that is. I think it's Anna Kendrick. Yeah. Anyway, that movie's super funny. It's about this like assassin guy who well actually no, it's about Anna Kendrick, who is just having really terrible luck meeting guys, and then she finally finds the one, but he's like an international assassin guy who's like, whose whole thing is that he dances around everywhere, and he wears a clown nose when he kills people. So he's kind of like weird, but then again, so's Anna Kendrick, and like they meet and they talk, and they're funny. They're really funny. Like it seems like a real relationship between two kind of bizarre people, which people are bizarre, right? When should you go to bed? What time is it? It's almost 9. That's when your parents told me you should be in bed. But it's Friday, right? It's Friday. What do you have going on? Oh, I guess you do like Saturday morning cartoons. Do they still like do that? Is it still like a common practice? Because I know now Saturday morning is not the only time when you get cartoons. That's like Flintstones era stuff. But you know, if you want to get up early for that, that's fine. But really, I think before 11. Well, no, you're like. Again, don't know how old you are. That question is entirely dependent on that. But really, if I think 10:30. Again, I'd probably say 10 for you. Or whatever. Bedtime story is something we'll do at the end, though. Let's see. Yeah, really, you can go to bed whenever you want. I'm not really gonna tell on your parents. Or, sorry, I can't tell on your parents. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna tell on you to your parents or whatever, however late you want to stay up. As long as you're... Oh, yeah, you can't be awake when your parents get home. Do you know when they're coming home? They didn't tell me explicitly. I hope as late as possible, because that's more hours for me. Good. Me likey hours. Yeah, this is fun. They come home in 12 minutes? Liar. Divorce court hearings take way longer than date night. Date night takes way longer than that. Am I going to dance with you? I don't dance. In general. That's like such a lame thing to say. Okay, well, I do dance. I dance around my house when I'm home alone and I have earbuds in. I slide along hardwood floors. You know, I sing in the car. But for me, dancing and singing is a largely private thing. And it embarrasses me because I'm not very good at either. I might be good at singing, I guess, maybe. It's embarrassing because when I dance, I don't know how. Right? So you can imagine, like, all I've got is, like, jistling and jostling and sliding on hardwood floors. Those are the two moves I know. I know the head undulation, and I know the slide on hardwood floor. And use a wooden spoon as a microphone. I know that. Okay, and I feel like such a dork. But I'm allowed to be a dork when I'm by myself, okay? Anyway. I'm sorry, what were we saying? What were we talking about? All the best cartoons are at 7:30 p.m. on Saturdays? I guess I wouldn't know. I have a thing I do around that time every Saturday. So, that, and I'm not much of a... I don't have cable. So, I wouldn't really know. Time slots are of no concern to me. I can just... I'm sure you can too. Every kid has an iPad nowadays. You just pop open Netflix or whatever, and now you're entertained forever. Which again, I guess I had that too. I had a DS as a kid. I remember my parents and friends of mine would like say just... You know, I was told very often, put the DS away. Because I had no impulse control and just wanted to play fun video games. Superstar Saga, Bowser's Inside Story. They enthralled me, dude. My dad had to tell me not to play video games when we were crossing the street. It's bad. I'm a gamer. Do you have a favorite video game? I realize I haven't really been asking you any questions. I've just been like rambling to myself almost. Well, to you, not to myself. But I'm curious. I don't really know what kids play nowadays other than the epic Fortnite. So I'd be curious about that. They tell us that everyone's equal, every marriage is okay. Not gonna touch that one. I don't know that every marriage though. Like, I wouldn't be cool if someone married a dog. That's weird and bizarre. Like, there's a... No. That's a you and your parents conversation. Mom said that when things are settled between them, they'll come home. Okay, so you kind of know what's going on. I hope they can resolve that. A broken home is not something that I don't know that your home is broken. I really hope it's not. I don't know. This seems like a really tough situation, and I never had to deal with that as a kid, and will certainly not have to deal with one as an adult, because I pray not. That seems very unlikely. Yeah, I've got zero advice for you. I'm very sorry. There's nothing I could say or do to make that situation any better. I'm sorry. I hope that things resolve themselves and that whatever happens is best for you, or you can learn from it. That's all I got. I'm sorry. What's a court hearing? Is it like that lawyer game? Not really. Court hearings are sad and long and boring and depressing. The lawyer game is, I think, besides long, it's got no other similarities. Like, blood is coming out of your eyes. You're right. Are you okay? I don't have like is there like a emergency kit? It's going away. Don't put it back. No. Hey, whoa. Hold on. I've got like a thing. Let me just. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's gone. I think it's gone. Is it gone? It's like a. Does that just happen? Does your eye just bleed? Do I need to like call somebody? Has that happened before? Okay. I'll treat this problem like I treat every single problem with my car. If it happens again, I'll go to a mechanic. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting a phone call. Oh, it's a friend of mine. Do you mind if I take this? Yeah. Excuse me? Oh. No, you're not on speakerphone, and the kid's fine. Thanks. Yep. I mean, he asks a lot of questions. I don't know if he does that for you, too, but I like answering them. I've never had a more stimulating conversation with a kid. I hope you're kidding. Sorry, my friend's just being stupid. It was not an urgent call. I apologize. I shouldn't have. Whatever. That was unprofessional of me as a babysitter to take a call from my stupid friend. Okay. Let's see. I've heard of Phasmophobia. I actually have never. If you're playing that, you are a more experienced horror gamer than I. It's like I don't know that I am like a scaredy cat about that stuff. But I just sort of it doesn't interest me at all, and I'm scared to know how bad it would get. I don't know how scary that game is. I just know it's like it's a multiplayer horror game or whatever. My computer probably wouldn't run it very well if it's new. That's probably the honest answer of why I haven't played it. Let's see. You watched Squid Game at the dentist? That's funny you should mention that. Maybe because, you know, we live around the same place, obviously. Maybe we went to the same dentist? Because I still go to a pediatric dentist. It's a source of embarrassment for me. But, like, who thinks, oh, I got to get a new dentist, right? That doesn't come up. But, like, I don't know if you go to the same one. But if you do, the lady was saying that she, like, oh, I guess we can go to the same one. Because the person who was cleaning my teeth complained to me that kids kept asking to watch Squid Game at the dentist, and like that show, I haven't seen it. I know it's very popular, and I mean, you're telling me it's awesome sauce, and that's I'm glad you liked it, but one, that seems a little adult and violent if I know what that's about, and it makes the idea of kid games seem very perverse and violent, and you're at the age to be, I think, to be playing these kids games. I don't like to think that kids are playing, I don't know, tic-tac-toe or marbles or red light, green light because it's a Squid Game reference. That seems like very bizarre. I don't really like, I've never thought about that before. Your favorite video game is Pac-Man? That's awesome. That's before my time. Certainly yours, right? That's cool. I like Pac-Man. Pac-Man's fun. Like, simple games are slept on, I think. You don't have a lot of simple games. Every game is like $60 and like this huge thing and trying to like top everything else. I don't know that every game should be like that. I certainly don't. Like, I will hesitate to pay $60 for a game. Like, I really want to play that new Mario Party. But one, I don't have easy access to people I can go bring over. And, you know, so I'd play it online, right? But like nobody else got it or has it. So who do I play online with? And even if I had people that also played Mario Party online with me. Would we be able to coordinate a 4-person online game easily? No. Would we do it often? No. So, like, is that worth $60? Maybe. Maybe not. You like Steins Gate? That's awesome. Again, maybe a little, like, I feel like you gotta wait till you're at least, like, a teenager to, well, I'll just assume that I think I'm getting a better feel for your age. I think it's like early mid-teens, you can tell me. You're 4 years old? Okay. Yeah. I know that's not true. Metroid? A friend of mine really recommended. It's really scary, but too. Oh, it's your dad's. Okay. That's awesome. Your dad's a gamer? My dad's a gamer. I think, hold on. I've got him on Steam. Is he playing something right now? He's been playing a lot of, like, Valheim. Which is funny. Because I keep telling him to play Minecraft instead. And telling him that I will play Minecraft with him if he wants to play Minecraft. He doesn't listen. His loss, Minecraft is epic. I don't know that he has Minecraft. Well, no, he's got it on his computer, right? No, he doesn't have an account. No way he does, right? And no, my dad is not playing anything at the moment. Your favorite game is Bloodborne. Could you stop doing that? I know you're doing it on purpose. Bloodborne. Friend of mine loves that one. I know it's like Dark Souls, but like there's guns in it. Or something. I can hardly run Dark Souls 3 on my machine, so Bloodborne's probably a long way down the road. But my friend like loves it, so I feel like if there's a means for me to play it, I think I gotta, you know. I've had this terrible habit of just not taking recommendations from friends, despite the fact that we have similar tastes. It'd give us something new and fun to talk about. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I just have this, like, I want to be fun and unique and special and tell people to watch things, but not do it myself. It's very bizarre. I've like come out of that a little bit, but it's like still there. I don't know. Maybe I just like being annoying and pissing people off. Do I watch Norm Macdonald? Oh man, unfortunately not. Especially not before he passed away. Because again, that's another thing. My friend, he loves Norm Macdonald. He kept telling me how great he is and quoting his jokes. But I just missed the ball on it. And he's funny. He's really funny. And I like, it's, I don't know. But that's cool that you and your dad watch that. That's really awesome. You got a good dad. I know I was making those CPS jokes earlier, but like, that sounds like a really good dad. Blood is coming out of your ears. Okay, now I know you're lying. I can see that they're not. Okay. Are you making fun of my music choice or whatever? Hope you don't mind. I mean, no, I asked you and you said it was cool. So you've been playing a lot of Blue Dragon on the Xbox about kids who have dragons if someone that used to attack monsters in turn-based combat. I wouldn't want my kid growing up on turn-based combat, okay? There's a lot of better stuff out there. I say as that what you're hearing is a song from Final Fantasy, but hey, if you take a while to scroll in the menus, enemies will hit you again, so it's not necessarily turn-based. Ha! I hope that was sufficient. You told me not to do anything. Was I getting on your nerves or something? I'm sorry. It's 9 o'clock soon. Do you want to go to bed? I don't want to keep you up, of course. Me being here is not something that should be treated as anything special. In fact, if it were up to me, I'd just kind of let you do your own thing and I'd hang out somewhere, and if you needed anything, you could just ask. But I like that you're, I think, enjoying hanging out with me. That makes me feel good. Want to play with your mom's swing? Is that the one outside in the backyard? I don't know that I've ever played on like a genuine tire swing. I mean, of course I've been on swings, but like not a literal tire swing. It is raining, so I'd rather not sit on wet, dirty rubber. But if I'm here another time in the afternoon, I think that'd be fun. Yeah, we'll go touch grass. We'll go go play on a tire swing and throw frisbee around and stuff, you know. Let's see. You want the keys again? Jesus. Sorry. Don't say that. Okay. You're just doing this because I like keep doing what you tell me to, right? Like, that's the only reason you find this fun? It better be, because this is condescending and demeaning for the both of us. You're better than that. I'll do it if you want. I have no real reason to tell you no. It's like, if I'm your parents, then they have a very good reason to tell you no. Because, obviously, in the real world, when you ask someone to do something, they shouldn't just do it. And if someone asks you to do something that's not in a position of authority, you shouldn't just do it without question. Whatever. Dance Monkey Dance. What movie taught you that one? It's probably a good movie. I want to watch that one. And so you're nearing the end of this game. I thought your parents had no video games in the house. Was that a rule for me and not for you? That's bizarre. It's funny. I guess maybe they didn't want us just like only playing video games. That's weird. Huh. Maybe your parents... Maybe they don't like me very much. I didn't think about that. Oh no. You have to like tell them nice things about me. Or be honest, of course, but tell them nice things about me, okay? I'm not like a weirdo. So you're nearing the end of this game. You're fighting a guy who goes, the Arcana is the means by which all is revealed. He's really annoying. I haven't played that one. I played it sort of with my friend. I watched him play it. I guess I'll say that. God, that was so long. Wasn't that... Sorry. Again, don't know if your parents are Christian, but that's not a good habit to get into. But goodness gracious, like, that was annoying. That's super, super annoying. Play better games. Come on. You just beat Borderlands 2 for the first time. Okay, don't say swears, okay? The S word should not be in your vocabulary. There's a lot of better words. Camaraderie, word of the day. Don't swear, okay? But I'm glad you liked it. I've never played Borderlands. Okay, I did nothing. You happy? Space Chimps. That's a good movie. That's a fantastic movie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what your actual opinions on that are. I don't know how, like, if watching things ironically has been, like, I don't know if kids do that at very young ages now. I'm sure they do. You're very internet savvy, you know, which is a blessing and a curse, a blurse, if you will. Think that'll catch on? I mean, you're young. You can make things cool. You have that power. Okay. If enough young people say stuff, it becomes cool. Well, maybe different demographics saying things make things cool, but like, you have the power. Okay. And besides, you're on like the playground, right? You can. Well, I guess with the advent of the internet, it's harder to just lie and have people just believe you because they can just go, no, you're wrong. Right? Like, it's I feel like that takes a lot of fun out of it. Although, because, you know, like, I'm sure people now, like, were told stuff and have never, like, gone back and or thought about it again. Think of how many adults are running around right now thinking, like, I don't know, that a kid on the playground could spit mayonnaise without eating any or whatever, or like Sonic and Melee or whatever. Like, I'm not, again, I was sort of at the, like, exit age of playground rumors. A friend of mine said he could do the cool Kamehameha thing from Dragon Ball, and I believed him. Who's more stupid? Him? Me? Genuine question. But he and I are friends. I need to talk to him more. He's really funny. Well, not even that. He's a good guy. I don't know. Let's see. They don't care about video games. It's just that we want to go to bed on time because... Oh. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it's no video games past a certain hour. Okay, maybe I misheard them. That's on me. My bad. But sorry, I guess I just went into that with the wrong preconception. Maybe we could have played Smash Brothers, but... You know, that's probably not a good idea. I'd totally win. Because I'm older than you. And have no life. Oh, your Uncle Tio put it on for like 10 days. Oh, Space Chimps? Oh, God. Was it on one of those like portable DVD players? Like Space Chimps is such like a forgive my crassness, but like a meth baby movie. You know what I mean? Like these stoners who live in shambles, not stoners, but like meth heads that live in shambles, right? Again, don't tell your parents I said this, okay? And you'll probably only understand me when you're older. But like meth heads in shambles, whatever, right? They had sex and now they have a kid. Oh, don't use that word. Sorry. They had the subject of the talk. They have a kid now, and they don't like the kid, so they're gonna make the kid watch Space Chimps on DVD so they stop talking and don't bother them. So, maybe I'm not saying call the police on your uncle, but be on the lookout, okay? If your uncle's the type of person to have you watch Space Chimps on a portable DVD player, watch out, man. Watch out. Good luck to you, trooper, tiger, kid, whatever. I just realized you didn't tell me your name. I don't know your name. Your parents didn't tell me either. That's kind of weird, right? Like I know your parents' names, right? Like because they reached out to me on that website, but like I don't know your name. We've been talking for like almost 2 hours now. That's not good. Naked Twister, you're very funny. Oh, you're the greatest Smash player? Okay, we're gonna have to settle this sometime when the rule about video games is less ambiguous, okay? Oh, your name's Grigory? You don't look like a Grigory. It's Chat? Oh, Chad. Chad, sorry. I misheard you. Is it weird that I don't believe you? Like, we were just talking about Playground Chatly. You're just saying, like, multiple things. Like, if you would have doubled down on Grigory, I might have believed you. But, like, are you messing with me? I appreciate it. I think you and I are alike. And that if my babysitter asked for my name, I would just say, like, 3 different names. Let's see. T-Witch Chatty. I know your parents' last names. Or last name. They've got one. I hope it stays that way. Stay strong, kid. But, like... dude, multiple personality disorder. That might... You know, maybe look into that. Don't, like, ask an online... Like, don't ask people... Don't... Or / ask Reddit, do I have MPD? You know. But, like, maybe talk to your school nurse or something. Because, like, I thought you were just messing around. But if you think you have multiple names, that's, like, a definite medical thing that you might want to go take a look-see at. What's a 4chan? Oh, wait, you didn't know when we were talking about it earlier? Okay, it's a website that you shouldn't visit and don't touch. It's bad. And I will tell your parents. I'm serious. That place is not for kids at all. It's not even for me. Like, I think it's disgusting. WebMD says you're schizophrenic. First of all, that's a very funny, nice WebMD joke. You're very mature. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could tell your parents. Okay? I have that power. I can tell on you. I'm not gonna. Because that's not cool. But I could. Stop. I know that's fake. Stop fake crying, okay? It just hurts my ears. Look, Jerome's behind me. Nice try. I have eyes in the back of my head. I would know if there was someone behind me. I didn't look. I didn't look. Dang it. But, oh, earlier, sorry, I know I mentioned the prospect of categories. It's like it's a co-op game. Not that any game that is played in real life should be called co-op, but basically it's like, if you don't know, if you want to play it, because maybe after 2 hours you've run out of questions, I hope. Either that or your mind is just insatiable, which is kind of a good like thing for a kid to have, but like maybe what American state are you in? Same as you. Okay, wise guy. But oh, categories, right? So it would go like this, where we'd agree on a category, or one of us would pick one. Let's say as animals, right? So you would have to tell me an animal that starts with the letter A, and then I would tell you an animal that starts with the letter B, and we keep going until either someone can't come up with one, or we get through the category. Would you want to try give that a shot? I do not have a large forehead. You're mean. Ow. My forehead's normal size. What do you want about? You have a large forehead. I should not have. That was a little mean. Shouldn't have flicked your forehead. Sorry, do you want to flick me back? No. Okay. That always worked. I thought that always worked with kids. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. That you're not gonna get on me about that. Ow! Okay. Alright, nice one. Kicking me in the shins when I didn't expect it. That's a better payback, or comeback, I guess. Ow. You kick hard. Jeez. Oh, now you want me to do the keys too? Okay, alright. Well. Alright, fine. If you can agree on that. Good night, kiss. Do you want to go to bed? We can. I don't want to end on that weird thing that just happened. This is also weird. You're an odd kid. Thanks for being cool about the weird forehead thing. That was just I was like going off of like, oh, how do kids interact with each other? Oh, kids do that. I'm not a kid. I can't do that. But thanks for being cool about it. I appreciate it. Sorry, I guess the forehead comment got to me. Maybe I do have a large forehead. We'll move off of this. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have had coffee. That was maybe a bad idea. Got me too hyped up or whatever. But no, I'm not kissing you goodnight. I'm not. Do your parents? No, that's a little weird. Sorry. I guess, yeah, if you want to go to bed, I could read a bedtime story. It's 9:15. I know when I was your age, I think 9:15 seemed pretty late. You know, that's you only stay up that late when you're at a sleepover playing Skylanders, like the multiplayer Skylanders mode. Oh, that was really fun. Do you have any, like, I don't see like a bookshelf anywhere. Do you have one? Should I just like pull one up on my phone? That seems kind of less fun, don't you think? I mean, as a kid, I loved Dr. Seuss. I loved the Phantom Toll Booth. That one's a little long. I don't think I could finish that. An Among Us, like an Among Us bedtime story? Okay, that's like, I know you're just saying that to be funny, but now I'm curious. I feel like you and I would be laughing so hard. There's no way you can fall asleep to that. Among Us bedtime. Oh, I should probably quiet down a little bit, right? It is getting a little late. Among Us bedtime story. Okay. I'm looking at this like website right now, and it's like describing one, and it has like a play button. I assume that means like, I don't know that they have a transcript of it. It's like just an audio thing. I really don't want to. No, I just keep finding the same one over and over again, like a one that you can listen to. So apparently there is one out there that's so popular that it spawned multiple Google searches, but yeah, right? I didn't think one would actually exist. Okay. Alright. Don't say swears. Alright. Go the F to sleep is not on the reading criteria for tonight. Alright. Come on. I'm gonna tell your parents. I'm gonna whip that out again. I'm gonna tell your parents that you kept saying swears. You kiss your mother with that mouth? Okay. Because I mean, Dr. Seuss would always be my go-to. I think that's like, some of them are surprisingly like sophisticated for like, you know, just kid stuff. Like that's always good. You ever like go back to, well, I guess, I mean, okay, when you're older, try like going back to some of the stuff that you're like watching now, or you watched when you were like younger than you are now, and like just like the movie Kung Fu Panda. Like I watched it with a couple friends of mine. It's like, just as like a movie, like technically put together, it's great. Like I didn't really, you know, some of like the jokes, like Shrek is also one of those where you go back, you watch it again when you're older, and it's like, it's really good. It's funny. Like never as a kid did I find, like, let me just set the scene for you. Shrek and Donkey are like going up to the castle where Fiona's being kept, right? And you know, they know there's a dragon there, so I think Donkey says, where is that nasty fire breather anyway? And then Shrek says, at the top of the tower waiting for us to rescue her. Like, referring to Fiona, right? Like, no way I found that funny as a kid. No way that even like crossed my mind as like a joke. You know, like I didn't get that. The Sky Zone, but like from that trampoline commercial, like I'm jumping that Sky Zone. I love it. I think I'll pass on that. What's your favorite lullaby? Do your parents, one of them work at Sky Zone? Have they? Do you just like that commercial? I mean, my family references commercials all the time. Fraud protection, that one is mentioned. I remember my parents made fun of me for a little while because there was a commercial about this like teen driver or whatever who got in an accident or whatever. I think it might have been maybe Allstate, maybe State Farm. Oh, Dad works at Sky Zone. Okay, that's pretty cool, working at a trampoline place. I'm sure that gets you some perks. That's awesome. Dang, that's really cool. Oh, he doesn't swear. He says, I have to save my ass. But ass means donkey. Whatever. There's a walking in my pocket's good. Oh, I'm sorry. I like lost myself about 3 tangents back. Talking about Shrek, I think I was done. Sky Zone. Whatever. If I don't remember, it probably wasn't that important. That line of thinking's actually gotten me in trouble a couple times because I forget very important things. Like the unpaid bill at my, it's a utilities bill. I still need to pay that. Uh-oh. Whatever. Oh, you're familiar with people getting canceled? Canceling a dead guy? Canceling Dr. Seuss? Because you don't like the way he drew? Like, jeez. I guess your mom's pretty political. She exposes you to that. I don't know that I find that too favorable, but at least it's your parents, I guess. I don't know. That just makes me think about what I would possibly, like, how I would talk politics with my kid. I don't think I'd want to, really, until they were older. I think I'd probably hold off on way too many things till they were older. Because kids, they're smart, you know, ish, sometimes, about certain things. I don't know. Your dad does not commit tax fraud. Even if he did, I didn't hear that, and you don't know that. Oh, you like my duck? Yeah. I don't know why I brought it. I thought maybe if you were like, I don't know. I don't know. Thanks, I guess. No, I will not tell you the duck's name. It's, why? No reason. Sure, if you've been on Twitch, unfortunately, you've seen... Never mind. It doesn't matter. Oh, you're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to get us back onto politics, but I think you did. Yeah, you did. You mentioned it. A duck story? I actually know one. Well, I know a couple. You know, there's the ugly duckling or whatever, but I got a pretty good duck story for you. One second, let me pull it up. You know it too, then. You know the duck song. Okay. I'm not going to sing it. Well, you know what? Maybe I will. This will not help you sleep. Sleeping, like, I'm not qualified for lullabies, okay? I'm, like... First of all, you're too old, okay? And I don't know what sort of kick you get out of doing this to me. You know that this is weird for me too, right? Oh, he just launders. Okay, good. Gotta get clean shirts. I feel very, like, disgusting not in a clean shirt. Alright, yeah, duck song. I'm glad kids your age still like the duck song. Either that or you're older than you look. I don't know. This is bizarre. Okay. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna go pour myself another glass of water. Because you can kind of hear it. My throat's getting a little hoarse. Okay. 1 second. Especially if I'm gonna, like, sing. Which I'm not gonna sing. Well, you know, we were talking about Twitch streamers earlier. You can make Vine Sus references. I don't know that I'll get them. But 1 second. I need some water. Oh, there's still some coffee left. It's probably cold and gross, but... Yep, it's room temperature. And I shouldn't have drank that, but whatever. Now the cup's cleaner. kid, your house is a maze. Like, either I have, like, the worst navigational skills known to man, or... No, that's probably it. I don't know how I get around. I don't know how I get out of bed in the morning. Sorry to... Well, I'm sure you didn't mind being alone, not having me in the room for 3 seconds. I think you're pretty self-sufficient. Oh, my mug? Yeah, it says, it's got, anime characters on it. One of them saying, no matter what you decide to do from now on, I will beans you forever. It's got, like, Mr. Beans on it. I am not familiar with Naruto nor Mr. Bean, but this mug is very funny, and I like it. Okay. Mr. Babysitter, please don't look up Mr. Hands. Okay. Easy. I can do that. Pokemon Heart Gold. Oh, you like it. Okay, I'm glad. It was actually wasn't one of the games that I played as a kid. I kind of wish I did. Maybe I would have gotten more into a Pokemon, because Pokemon's pretty cool. But like Black and White was the one I started with as a kid, and I had a lot of fun with that one. But I just had this thing where I never beat a Pokemon game. I didn't beat a Pokemon game until X and Y, and I only did it because I was on like a long road trip. And I was like camping and I had nothing else to do. So like I like the only way I find Pokemon fun now is like post-game IV, like creating like the perfect team. So I did that a lot with a good friend of mine. He lives in Texas. And he's like, he was way into Pokemon. He's like just a genius. He's okay. He's a selective genius. Like, sometimes he says stuff that's just so stupid. You can't believe that this is coming out of somebody's mouth. And then other times he's just, like, way smarter than... Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't want to forget about the duck song either. But he's just got such a great work ethic. He's really smart. He's, like, you know, just getting a little personal. He's, like, he's a peer that I aspire to. I wish I had his work ethic. I get that's probably the best way I can say that. Played your dad's copy of Sapphire. Yeah. Oh yeah. The only way I can find Pokemon fun is like the IV stuff, like the technical creating the best team, you know, or Nuzlocke. I don't know if you're familiar with them. Basically, you get one Pokemon per area, and if it faints in battle, you're no longer allowed to use it. It's like dead, and you have to nickname all of them, but I do that regardless, right? And don't worry, I'll remember the duck song. Like, that is, like, those rules, like, the fact that you can fail or die, or, like, it's like a roguelike, right, kind of thing. And also, I do it with, like, a friend of mine, and we use this computer program to randomize what Pokemon you can run into, because, like, come on, don't, like, even if you're a big fan of Pokemon, tell me how fun it is to start in the same spot with the same stupid Pokemon and just mashing tackle until you're like, you know, Pokemon doesn't get fun until you're like level 25 or 30, you know, until you've gone to a couple areas and get to have some of the fun Pokemon. It feels like until you get to the end of the game, you're not like, I don't know. It's good for the first time you play them. Nicknaming them isn't a rule? Okay, so you're familiar with it. And yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is so totally a rule. I've read the original Nuzlocke comics, and that was in it. It is. Okay, so you're remembering. Yeah, it is. I've read, like, those Nuzlocke comics. I don't read comics, but that, like, old Nuzlocke comic is actually really funny. Not appropriate at all. Wait a couple years, but, like, it's really funny. Because, again, like, it gives this whole story. There's character deaths. It's this just a lot of imagination to it. You know what I mean? And Mario's back. He came back from wherever he was. It's so cool that you live next to Mario. Can I tell you that? I want to move in over here. Does his like loud enthusiasm get annoying? I don't think it would for me. Anyway, I'll sing the duck song now. Sorry for postponing. I guess I just kind of this is weird for the both of us, okay? But since you insist. The duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man running the stand, "Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?" The man said, "No, we just sell lemonade, but it's cold and it's fresh and it's all homemade. Can I get you a glass?" The duck said, "I'll pass." Then he waddled away, waddle waddle, till the very next day, bum 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 bada bum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to the man running the stand, "Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?" The man said, "No, like I said yesterday, we just sell lemonade, okay? Why not give it a try?" The duck said, "Goodbye. Good day." I think I'm messing up the song a little bit here. I haven't heard it like since I was younger, you know? Mostly. Everyone my age knows it. Like it's really funny. Like again, like people my age, kids my age, big kids, you go up to them, oh, you like that? Okay. I'm glad you're getting such a kick out of this. I don't understand what this dynamic is where you're embarrassing me by making me read you bedtime stories and jingle keys when you are far too old for that. Like how is this getting to me? It's really bizarre what you're doing here. But I whatever. Can I be done now? Do I have to do the whole thing? Do you want me to? I don't really want to do the whole thing. I think I'll be done. All right, you've obviously heard the song before. You have your iPad or whatever. You can look it up. You don't need me to sing it. Also, I saw like an empty water pitcher in the fridge, so I had to grab Dr. Pepper. I hope that's okay. I'll buy you one next time. Halfway through. Next time I'll sing the other half. Stop saying dance monkey dance. That's kind of mean. You like? Oh yeah. I assume you like Dr. Pepper. It's in your house. I will. It's not a problem that I'm drinking this, right? I suppose that was kind of rude of me, but I couldn't find water. I refilled the pitcher, like the filter pitcher thing that you have. I refilled it and then put it back in so that we'll have some cold water later. I don't know. I guess cold Dr. Pepper was a more inviting prospect than lukewarm sink water. Oh, I guess I do have ice. Or you have ice. Sorry. I didn't bring any ice. Anyway. Soda contains... It'll dehydrate. Yeah. But my problem is that my throat is dry and I want a cold beverage, not necessarily that I'm dehydrated. I'm perfectly hydrated. Eat an entire ice cube without crunching it? Can I get you water with ice? I mean, sure. Yeah, this is your house. You can go get it if you want. But if you want me to go grab it for you, I guess I can. Sure. Okay. Yeah. 1 second. And I'm not gonna eat no. I will not. No. No, I'm not gonna chew an ice or suck on an entire ice cube. Then you could just tell me to stop talking, because that's what it would do. The ice cubes, I saw the thing you had in the freezer. It's one of those like pop-out guys. It's a large ice cube. If you want me to shut up, just tell me. Don't do this roundabout blue flower, red thorns thing. Jeez. I'll get you a cup of water. I'll probably get me one too. Hold on. I got us some ice waters. Okay. So here's yours there. There you go. And then here's mine. Oh, I should have grabbed 2 different color glasses so that we wouldn't confuse them. Here, I'll drink. Well, how do I like? I'll put it right next to my other drink. We shouldn't be confused. Yours is on your nightstand. Mine's on the desk. We should be okay. Anyway, what were we talking about? Give the ice cube a little. You're a weird kid. What do you mean? I'm not giving the ice cube a little suckle. That's really bizarre. You like embarrassing me, don't you? Is that something you want me to read? Hold on. Hello, my name is Karen, and I'm looking for a babysitter. Excuse me, Dr. Pepper. I'll start over. Carbonated beverages. Crazy, right? Hello, my name is Karen, and I'm looking for a babysitter for 2 days for my 3, 6, and 9-year-old. Because these are my children, I want the best for them. The babysitter must have at least 5 years of babysitting experience and at least has a college degree. No gays allowed. I don't want my children to learn how to be gay. No piercings, dyed hair, or tattoos. This is important. I don't care if you can't see or if it's small. I mean, she's specific. I mean, yeah, that's kind of bizarre. Is that like an ad you found? I'm guessing that's not your mom's ad. That's what your mom put it. What? I read your dad's, I guess. Your dad, like, I'm a friend of your dad. I am your dad's friend's son. Okay. So, I don't have a college degree. I am not gay, so there you go, I guess. And this is like one of my first couple times babysitting. It's not something I do very often. Your mom doesn't like me. I guess my dad loves you. Oh, that's good. I hope I can make a better impression on your mom. That sounded weird. I'm sorry, but no, I'm serious. I don't. For some reason, like maybe I just think this and it's not true, but I think like fine. I'll put them back on. Let's play circus. Oh, gee, fine. What do you mean play circus? Here's the circus. You keep telling me to wear the sunglasses in the nose. That's a circus. I'm a clown. You're very funny. Anyway, like, maybe this is just me, but I feel like parents, like my friends' parents, like me a lot. Like, I don't know how to say this without sounding weird or egotistical or whatever. Yeah, nice babysitting joke. I'm surprised I didn't make that when I came in. Oh well. Probably because that's really weird and I shouldn't say that. But, like... how do I describe this? Yeah, right, okay, thank you. Someone can back me up. My friend texted me. Or whatever. Like, there's a friend of mine who, like, I get along with very well. Their parents. Just reminded me because they sent me a message. But, like, it's... I don't know. Maybe it's just because of how I talk or how I act or something. Maybe I'm just a suck up. That was the phrase I was gonna say. Not a kiss, Brandon. I wasn't. No. Maybe I'm a suck up or something. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe parents are just very, very, because of how many social situations they've been in, they're very good at pretending that they like people. They like their kids' friends. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But, yeah, oh. I sorry if you see me keep, like, looking in that direction. But, like, I have a list here of, like, what your parents, like, wanted me to do. We didn't really do any of it. Hopefully that's okay. I assume you brushed your teeth already. I mean, if you haven't, go brush your teeth. Like, they gave me like multiplication tables or whatever. That's not like anything else on the list we need to do. Not really. You bruh your teeth. It's funny. No, nothing really important. I assume you ate already. I assume you bruhed your teeth, because that's what you just told me. I was supposed to go over like some math thing with you, your math homework or whatever. Again, they need to pay me extra as a tutor, but your parents are, they think they can get everything, you know, an all-in-one tutor, babysitter, whatever. But oh, anything I want to do? Oh, what's 3 times 3? I should be asking you what 3 times 3 is. I know what it is. All right, what's 3 times 3? Let's just do a couple. Why not? Get some practice in. How difficult is like... But this is the thing, I don't think they're gonna pay me extra. Number 1, you could just tell them that I tutored you. And 2, I don't think they're gonna... 99? Okay. It's not 33. It's 9. So 99, okay, well, it was farther away, but you had the number 9 in there. Yeah, 3 times 3 is 9. Multiplication. How do you explain multiplication? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of just something that is ingrained in your brain, right? Like, you just sort of memorize it and you know how that's how it works, and then you get an understanding of it from seeing it 100 times. I don't know that I would be qualified to explain to you what multiplication is, because I can tell you 3 times 3 is 9, you know, 6 times 8 is 56, I think. Right? It's 50. Is it 56 or 50? Oh no. Oh no. 6 times 6 is 36. What did I say? 6 times 8? Is that 40? Oh no. Oh no. 6 times 8 is 48. That was a test and you passed. I don't not know what 6 times 8 is. Oh man. You hate math? I get that. Like, here's the thing. You just saw that I, like... Is 5 times 7 56? Something times something is 56. Okay. And I know I always forget what times what is 56. For some reason, I just know that. It's like, 7 times 6 is 42. So is it 7 times 8 is 56? Oh, why are you teaching me? This is bad. This is not good. I'm in college. I'm taking calculus. I'm doing derivatives. And, like, no, I'm serious. Like, doing, like, yeah, I have my calculator in my bag here. Like, I will, if we check my calculator history, hold on. Just 1 second. If I go up enough, I will totally find, like, 5 times 6. Or, like, I don't know. Okay, it doesn't go back up that far. But, like, I'm serious. If, like, calculator search history, it's incriminating. 80085. That's a pretty big number. I don't think you have to know any multiplication tables around that. All I know is you punch it in your calculator and everyone thinks you're really funny. So. Oh, hold on, check this. No, I probably... Your parents said you would, like, green color blindness, right? Like, you can't... Like, what do you... When you, like, look at the, like, green, do you, like, see anything? They just said you had green color blindness. That's... I've never heard of that. I know color blindness and, like, red-blue color blindness or whatever. Right. It looks purple? Huh. So does just green look purple or whatever? We don't have to talk about your medical anything. That's, you know, not my place. Weird. Yeah, so anyway, we've just learned that I'm not qualified to tutor you on your multiplication tables. In fact, I could use some brushing up on mine. Like, again, I can do derivatives, and, like, I know the derivative of inverse tangent is 1 over 1 plus x squared, or something like that, right? But I didn't know what 7 times 8 was, or 56 divided by 8, or whatever. So, yeah. Balls about how I feel about that. Did you just hand me a penny? Thanks. I appreciate it. Do you want me to keep it? Are you paying me a penny for babysitting? You can have it back. No? Okay, I'll keep it. Thanks, I guess. I appreciate that. And I was making jokes about money earlier, but it's really not that important to me. Keep the change. Oh, flip the coin. Sorry, I put it away already. Let me go grab it. Where did I... Oh, there it is. Sorry. You found it in the trash? Oh, you're tired. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I keeping you up? I apologize. Cringer based, call it? Okay. We'll do heads is cringe, tails is based. Also, stop using these internet lingo words. Like, play frisbee with your dad or something. Stop going on the internet so much. It's bad for you, I swear. But we'll do cringer based. Would that mean I'm cringer based or you're cringer based? We'll do it for me. All right. Heads based. I'm cringe. Now we know. You found 1 bamillion pennies? How many is a bamillion? Like, I'm not so math illiterate that I know that I don't know that bamillion isn't a number. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to ask you about this. I guess your parents are pretty strict or whatever, or did you have like a bad experience with a past babysitter? Because I was told to like have this around. What is this for? I'm not going to fart into it. That's not like a thing for you. That was like, imagine your parents, first of all, they're hearing this now and they heard you just tell me to fart into it. Okay, so that's not cool. But like, no. Anyway, I guess they wanted to make sure you got to bed on time, which I guess maybe I'm not doing that. Yeah, Ultimate Frisbee is pretty fun. Like, I don't know. I haven't played it in forever, but I remember really liking it. Like, I did it with like my church youth group or something. Mom needs to listen in case something happens. Is this like being... Can she hear this now, or is this just being like recorded for her to listen to later? Like, do you know what this is for? I don't have to keep like we don't have to keep talking about this if you don't want, but it's kind of confusing. I wasn't really gonna like mention it until you did. It only activates. Oh. So maybe I shouldn't be so close to it if it only activates when you scream, or like it reaches a certain noise threshold. Yeah, we should. Yeah, if you're tired, I'm sorry. We can. Oh yeah, that bedtime story thing we were talking about. Here, I'll just, you seem pretty indecisive, so I'll pick one. This was a book I haven't thought about in a very long time, but mind if I use your computer here to pull it up? The Phantom Toll Booth. This book taught me about a lot of, like, I don't remember it super well, which is good. Well, not good, but like, oh, for the prospect of revisiting it, it seems good. But it's a really good book. It taught me what jumping to conclusions meant. Like, it's about this probably won't make it sound very cool to you, but it's like they teach you about all these like different phrases or ideas. Like again, the one that keeps coming up is like jumping to conclusions, or like I guess I don't remember it too well, but like it taught me what all these things meant by like very literal examples, you know. So I don't know. I think it's very responsible for me understanding like like more complex ideas in the English language. Again, that's so nerdy and weird and not cool at all. It's a funny book. All right, and I guess you won't really see the illustrations here. Like yeah, they include like a map here that I'm looking at. And there's like the mountains of ignorance, the sea of knowledge, the doldrums, the valley of sound, right? Dictionopolis. I remember I think one of them tried to like remove a word or remove like a letter or something that people weren't allowed to use. Okay. Yeah, put your phone away. Come on. Okay. It's I think how long is this book? I think it's like it was one of the first like longer books I read. Yeah, it says here it's got about like 150 pages or so. Oh yeah, the princesses were like named Rhyme and Reason. That was funny. Okay. All right. Let me get this completely ready here. Okay. All right. All right, chapter 1. Milo. There once was a boy named Milo who didn't know what to do with himself. Not just sometimes, but always. When he was in school, he longed to be out, and when he was out, he longed to be in. On the way, he thought about coming home, and coming home, he thought about going. Whenever he wished he was somewhere else and then got there, he wondered why he'd bothered. Nothing really interested him, least of all the things that should have. Oh, can I tuck you in? I guess so. I hope this is satisfactory there. I don't know that I've really tucked anyone in besides myself or ever. Hope that's okay. Here, wait, can you like move your head up? I'm gonna like fluff the pillow. I think that's... There you go. There's my babysitter inexperience for you. Do people still fluff their pillows? I guess you wouldn't be the guy to ask. Anyway. It seems to me that almost everything is a waste of time, he remarked one day as he walked dejectedly home from school. I can't see the point in learning to solve useless problems or subtracting turnips from turnips or knowing where Ethiopia is or how to spell February. And since no one bothered to explain otherwise, he regarded the process of seeking knowledge as the greatest waste of time of all. As he and his unhappy thoughts hurried along, for a while he was never anxious to be going where he was going. He liked to get there as quickly as possible. It seemed a great wonder that the world, which was so large, could sometimes feel so small and empty. And worst of all, he continued sadly, there's nothing for me to do. Nowhere I'd care to go, and hardly anything worth seeing. He punctuated this last thought with such a deep sigh that a house sparrow singing nearby stopped and rushed home to be with his family. Without stopping or looking up, he rushed past the buildings and busy shops that lined the street and in a few minutes reached home. Dashed through the lobby, hopped onto the elevator, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hopped off again, opened the apartment door, rushed into his room and flopped dejectedly onto a chair and grumbled softly, "Another long afternoon." He looked glumly at all the things he owned, the books that were too much trouble to read, the tools he'd never learned to use, and the small electric automobile he hadn't driven in months, or was it years, and the hundreds of other games and toys and bats and balls and bits and pieces scattered around him. And then, to one side of the room, just next to the photograph, he noticed something he had certainly never seen before. Who could possibly have left such an enormous package in such a strange one? For a while, it was not quite square, and while it was not quite square, it was definitely not... I'm sorry, my brain's getting a little scattered, because, Number one, it's surprising to me how depressing it started out, you know. But I guess these are problems that kids have, right? Problems that I have. And two, my eyesight's not great, so if I don't like really focus on a word, it'll probably escape me. And I like want to say the sentence perfectly and don't want to stumble a single time, which makes the problem worse. Anyway, I'm sorry, where was I? Oh, who could possibly have left such an enormous package in such a strange one? See? For while it was not quite square, it was definitely not round, and for its size, it was larger than almost any other big package or smaller dimension he'd ever seen. Attached to one side was a bright blue envelope which said simply, "For Milo, who has plenty of time." Of course, if you've ever gotten a surprise package, you can imagine how puzzled and excited Milo was, and if you've never gotten one, pay close attention, because someday you might. "I don't think it's my birthday," he puzzled. "And Christmas must be months away, and I haven't been outstandingly good or even good at all." He had to admit this to himself. "Most probably I won't like it anyway, but since I don't know where it came from, I can't possibly send it back." He thought for quite a while and then opened the envelope just to be polite. "One genuine turnpike toll booth," it stated, and then went on. "Easily assembled at home and for use by those who have never traveled in lands beyond." Beyond what? Thought Milo as he continued to read. "This package contains the following items. 1. Genuine turnpike toll booth to be erected according to directions. 3. Precautionary signs to be used in a precautionary fashion." I swear, Mario, please, I'm trying to read. He is loud. Like police calling loud. I remember saying earlier that I wouldn't get sick of Mario being my neighbor. I might. Assorted coins for use in paying tolls. 1 map, up to date and carefully drawn by master cartographers depicting natural and man-made features. 1 book of rules and traffic regulations which may not be bent or broken. And in smaller letters at the bottom it concluded, "Results are not guaranteed, but if not perfectly satisfied, your wasted time will be refunded." Following the instructions, which told him to cut here, lift there, fold back all around, he soon had the toll booth unpacked and set up on its stand. He fitted the windows in place and attached the roof, which extended out on both sides and fastened on the coin box. It was very much like the toll booths he'd seen many times on family trips, except of course it was much smaller, and purple. What a strange present, he thought to himself. The least they could have done was to send a highway to go with it, for it's terribly impractical without one. But since, at the time, there was nothing else he wanted to play with, he set it up there, or he set up the 3 signs. "Slow down approaching the toll booth. Please have your fare ready. Have your destination in mind." And slowly unfolded the map. As the announcement stated, it was a beautiful map, in many colors showing the principal roads, rivers, seas, towns and cities, mountains and valleys, intersections and detours, and sites of outstanding interest, both beautiful and historic. The only trouble was that Milo had never heard of any places it indicated, and the name sounded most peculiar. "I don't really think there is such a country," he concluded after studying it carefully. "Well, it doesn't matter anyway." And he closed his eyes and poked a finger at the map. "Dictionopolis," read Milo slowly when he saw what his finger had chosen. "Oh well, I might as well go there as anywhere." He walked across the room, dusted the car off carefully, then taking the map and rulebook with him, he hopped in and, for lack of anything better to do, drove slowly up to the toll booth. As he deposited his coin and rolled past, he remarked wistfully, "I do hope this is an interesting game, otherwise the afternoon will be so terribly dull." And that's chapter 1. Would you like me to read chapter 2, or are you... I can just leave you be, you can go to sleep. I don't really mind either way, although I think I might read this again, just personally. Because, oh my gosh, that book is surprisingly witty for the age that I read it. How many chapters are there? Oh, we're certainly not going to get through it all tonight. Sorry, what are you reading? Oh, sorry, did I not mention the title? I apologize. It's the Phantom Toll Booth. It was a book I read as a kid, and I think is perhaps partly responsible for my wit, my like vocabulary, the way I talk. Nah, I'm sorry. I didn't read Max and Mortis as a kid. I will continue reading The Phantom Tollbooth. And there are approximately 20 chapters. The next one, chapter 2, is called Beyond Expectations. Like, yeah, the opening of this book is remarkably depressing. Just, there once was a boy named Milo who didn't know what to do with himself. Not just sometimes, but always. Hungry Caterpillar? Do you not like The Phantom Tollbooth? I understand that it kind of had a droll opening, but come on, you gotta give it a chance. Would you really like for me to read The Hungry Caterpillar instead? I guess I can do that if you want. Again, seems a little... Maybe just a short one? Hungry Caterpillar? Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, you're tired. I mean, I'm not gonna... The plan wasn't to read to you the whole book. It was just a couple chapters or something. Maybe you'd pick it up if you were interested, or maybe give me a reason to come back. I could read some more. But yeah, no. Hungry Caterpillar is probably more time appropriate, but less age appropriate. Okay, I can read The Hungry Caterpillar. Okay, Hungry Caterpillar PDF. Because we live in the age of less copyright protection. You won't see the pictures. Is that okay? I'm just like reading it to you. I mean, you can't exactly, see the pictures with your eyes closed. It's a picture book. Whatever. I assume since you're telling me that it's okay. Okay. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. In the light of the moon lay a little egg on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. I'm so hungry, the caterpillar thought. One Monday he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night he had a stomachache. The very hungry caterpillar then ate through 1 green leaf. He started to feel a little better. Now the caterpillar was no longer small. He was big. A big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house, called a cocoon, around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a small hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and out came a beautiful butterfly. I agree. That, again, I mentioned this earlier, but going back to things that like you read as a kid is like, again, you'll get this when you're older, but it's interesting. Like seeing the same thing with a different perspective is always like, I don't know, I guess for lack of a better word, interesting. One of the best stories ever. I mean, no, I like it. I think the I thought the message was control yourself and don't eat a lot, but he turned into a butterfly despite his gluttony. So, although he did get a stomach ache, so hopefully that deters kids like you from eating sausages, watermelons, cherry pie, lollipop, salami, whatever, Swiss cheese. Like, I thought the message of the book was don't be a glutton, but then, like, and then, because, he eats the green leaf and becomes fat, but, like, the fat thing doesn't really hinder him too much. But I don't really want to criticize the Hungry Caterpillar. It's a classic. I remember reading it as a kid. Also, I know you're not seeing the pictures or whatever with your eyes closed there, but he doesn't, of course, he's a caterpillar. He doesn't eat a whole sausage and cherry pie. It's a lesson in wastefulness too, because you see him eat like just a little hole out of it because he just burrows through it because he's a caterpillar. Don't waste food, man. It's bad. It's rude. I would know. I waste food. My appetite leaves something to be desired. Don't eat things off the ground is a good lesson. I think Sonic said that. Sonic the Hedgehog. Are you sufficiently tired? Do you want me to just sort of hang out in the other room while you're going to sleep? I can kill the lights. I mean, I think I'm gonna go, like, hang out on your couch and read more of the Phantom Toll Booth is I think what I'm gonna do. But, oh, your parents are not gonna like that. I just totally, like, breathed into that thing. I need to be mindful. Yeah, I think that's good. I had a surprisingly productive discussion today. Do you watch that stuff? I find that stuff weird. It's up to you, Mr. Babysitter Man. Oh, no, it's not. This is all up to you. I'm just here to entertain and to make sure you get to bed on time, which it's getting a little late. For you, especially. For me, even. It's past my bedtime. But, yeah, I don't really get ASMR. I don't understand it. It's odd. But hopefully, I mean, again, you are very internet savvy. Maybe there's something about it that I don't get that you do. I'll own up to that. Sure. Yeah. I'm getting tired. Alright, well, good night. Sleep well. Don't let the hungry caterpillars bite, I guess. And, I don't know, maybe if your parents like me or you like me, this can happen again, but you can take care of yourself, I think. Maybe we'll see each other around. Again, I'm a friend, or I'm your dad's friend's son, so maybe just at like house parties, neighborhood barbecues, or whatever, I'll be around. I'm sure we'll see each other again. But, good night. Sweet dreams.